Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. Today, of course, we got to talk about Joey Porter Jr., his NFL debut, an interception in it. Let's break down his first game. And before I start the video, if you guys could like this video and subscribe to the channel and check out the site SteelersDepot.com, would really appreciate that. Tons of film rooms going up over there on the site and on the channel later this week. I usually start these videos in more of a chronological order, but of course we got to start with the interception, even though it's not the first clip I want to show. Here is Joey Porter Jr. to the bottom, the left cornerback, Pittsburgh running cover two, very basic vanilla scheme here in the preseason. So cover two, it's a two high look, deep half on the safeties, and so the safety here has deep half, safety here has deep half. The corners are responsible for rerouting the outside receivers and patrolling the flats, and so they're going to reroute, cover the flats. You're going to have hook zone players here, and a middle hole player that's going to run and carry the seams in more of a Tampa 2 style cover 2 in, this looks like Cole Holcomb here on this play. So it's a two deep zone look with the cornerbacks playing in the flats, and there is Porter to the bottom, rerouting the receiver, turning his head around, locating the ball, and finishing the play. So to kind of go through this one a little bit more in detail, look at him pre-snap, look at the hands. And this is something that, if you've been to training camp, and I was there for every practice, DB's coach Grady Brown preaches all the time, get your hands up. He wants your hands up so you can shoot and not carry them low. James Pierre probably a little too low here. I know that Brown talked to him a lot about that in training camp. So high hands here before the snap from Joey Porter Jr., and then he's going to reroute the receiver into the sideline. Generally, the old adage for cover two is you want to funnel the receivers inside to where your safety help is at, so they don't have to cover as much ground to the sideline. But honestly, it's really tough to do in this day and age. If you can just reroute and disrupt the timing at all, even if it's outside, that's generally, I think, acceptable. And you see that here from Porter, who does a really good job using his length and using his strength there to knock the receiver off balance and out of bounds as well. And so you will see it here, the high hands, the reroute, the physicality, and then because there's no threat in the flat, once he reroutes and starts to, number one here, the receiver gets vertical, Porter's going to get his head around, but because there's nothing here in the flats, he doesn't have to stop in the flats. You sink, you get depth if there is no threat underneath, and you can help squeeze that throw. And so as soon as he reroutes, nothing in the flat, he can continue, eyes on the quarterback, get depth, squeeze this throw, and that's what happens here. And the throw, not sure why Matt Barkley made it. Maybe he just didn't realize how well Porter was pressing and jamming and rerouting here, but that's what happens, and Porter then just go finish the play. Yeah, it's an easy ball thrown to him, but we've seen cornerbacks drop that one before, and Porter does not. So it's really good technique before the interception, and while it may look like kind of a lame duck ball thrown right at him, when you play with good technique, you do your job, you create your own luck, create your own opportunities. That happens here from Joey Porter. So there's the cover two look, just to kind of talk scheme here for a second. Deep half, flat, hook zone, kind of, hook and curl routes, and then your middle hole defender, the Mike linebacker, that's your two deep cover two shell, and then Porter, reroute, head around, find the ball, make the play, and the teammates are excited, especially Marcus Golden. Shout out Marcus Golden here, 54. Where is he at? Right there. This dude's in the air. He's hopping around, and he was as excited as anybody not named Joey Porter Jr. or probably Joey Porter Sr. in the Porter family. So great rep there for Porter to earn his first interception. All right, I know that was a longer breakdown of the pick, so we'll kind of speed through these next couple of clips. This is Porter's first NFL snap, top of the screen, left cornerback, and how about this for your first snap? They're going to run a slant. Stephon Diggs is going to cross your face, and you got to try to make the play. Now, Diggs catches the football, and I'm sure Porter maybe could have used his hands a bit better at the catch point, but overall, just kind of a fun welcome to the NFL moment. Your first snap, go try to break up this hot throw to one of the best receivers in football from Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs. So I just wanted to show that as the first snap of Porter's defensive career. A little bit later, Porter again, the left cornerback in this game, playing 24 snaps in this one, same as his uniform number. So there's some symmetry for you. High hands, as you're going to see him in press coverage on this rep. This is third down, so it's a big money down here for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense and just good technique overall. He's tight with the receiver. A little bit of space created at the top as the receiver makes his break. And of course, as a corner, you're kind of walking the line between being physical and getting called for defensive holding or DPI. But I think overall, Porter does a nice job. He's not too grabby, just really tight coverage here until maybe the very end. And the receiver probably a little bit of a push as well. They get away with it more than defenders do. But we're just seeing some of the comfort areas for Porter. You're seeing Levi Wallace to the bottom. He's playing off. Porter's going to be rolled up. He was drafted as that press man corner. He'll have to learn and get more comfortable in off-man, in-zone coverage. They did a bit of that in this game, but obviously his bread and butter is using his size, using his length, and being physical. Steelers defense covers things well. Josh Allen, crazy man running around, and Alex Highsmith tracks him down. Last rep we'll look at, this was a little bit before the interception. I believe the drive before. Porter again to the bottom, left cornerback, high hands, and really patient here. You see the foot fires from the receiver. Sometimes they try to get DBs and corners to commit one way or the other off the line. We're going to see the receiver to the bottom not really declare which way he's going to go. Porter very patient, staying square, keying probably the hips. I don't know exactly what the coaching point is, but probably keying the hips because the head fakes will fool you. But just staying with him the whole way and then flip his hips as the receiver breaks inside, initially stemmed outside and then tried to cross his face. And Porter, pretty fluid for how tall and long he is. And he's a guy that can turn and run. And again, using his size, using his physicality, no way could that throw have been made. Obviously, the quarterback, Matt Barkley, does not. But you're just seeing a good, patient press work here and then get hands on, turn your hips. The ball goes the other way. So good rep here from Joey Porter Jr. So overall, 4 clips to look at. Again, Porter didn't play a ton of snaps. They were managing his reps slightly that last week of training camp, coming off an ankle injury that caused him to miss the preseason opener. And Pittsburgh has a short turnaround Thursday against Atlanta for their preseason finale. And so you probably didn't want to put too much on his plate here in this one, given all those circumstances. Again, Porter will have to show more than just the bread and butter. The fastball, as Patrick Peterson calls it, is press man technique, again, off man, zone coverage, run defense, probably will play a little bit on special teams as well. But for that first outing, good technique, using his size well, and Pittsburgh using him smartly. He's a big, long guy. Let's put him in those situations. It's something unique for Pittsburgh's cornerback room. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below on Porter's debut. If you want more All-22, give me some suggestions. We'll certainly have a bit more, but be sure to check out Steelers Depot because there's a ton of actual film rooms and article breakdowns that have clips of All-22, just not in this video format. So if you guys could like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. More All-22 on the way. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.